Good morning, writers. Let's get started filling out our writing learning intention by writing in the date. And today as a writer, I am working on using lists as evidence. Writers, you've already learned about two things you can put into your essays, both mini stories or micro stories and quotes. And today I'm going to remind you about a third thing that we can put in our essays. From our study of personal and persuasive essays, we already know that in addition to writing with stories and quotes, we can write with lists. So here's our chart with our new piece of evidence that we could collect added to it. The good news is you already know a lot about lists. Lots of our favorite songs have lists, poems have lists, and we just read a book last week about Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous I Have a Dream speech that we may have noticed also contains lists. Let's take a quick look back at a couple of pages from that book. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream that one day little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. So as we can see here, Martin Luther King Jr. used the lists in his speech when he repeated, I have a dream. So writers, today I want to teach you that lists, like songs or poems, need to not only sound good, but also mean a lot. Writers think to themselves, how can I bring together a combination of items so that the whole list really makes an effect on the reader? And because lists are so powerful, we wouldn't want to include lists in our essay that are about unimportant things. You might want to list all the ways that dog is a good friend. This way, your list would help you to further the point that you want to make and provide that evidence for our thesis or our claim. The trick to writing lists within our literary essays is to first decide what message we really want to say, and then collect tiny specific examples that will provide evidence for what it is we want to say. Let's try to practice this now with our Fox essay. One of our bullets or reasons is dog is a good friend because he doesn't give up on his friends. Let's try to create a list to support the claim that dog is a good friend because he doesn't give up on his friends. Let's think for a bit, and when you have an idea, put your thumb up. Now turn and share that idea with your partner, and see if you can come up with even more pieces of evidence to show that dog doesn't give up on his friends. As a class, we came up with lots of great ideas to show that dog doesn't give up. Here's an example of how somebody could have written a paragraph by using lists. Dog is a good friend because he doesn't give up on his friends. He doesn't give up on Magpie when he realizes that she'll never fly again. He doesn't give up on Magpie when she sleeps for a week. He doesn't give up on being Fox's friend, even when Magpie warns him. Notice how that key phrase, he doesn't give up, is repeated over and over again when we create our lists. Writers, today and whenever you're writing literary essays, you'll draw on lots of different options to gather material in your booklets. Some of you may still be working on drafting and revising mini stories, and rewriting those stories so that they're angled to make your point. Some of us will spend time collecting quotes and putting those into our essays, and others of us will work to use lists to support each of our ideas. All of these ways are really strong ways to support our points in an essay. Today I would like you to try your hand at creating lists for each of your 3 reasons. Make it a great writing day.